Hello everyone, this is LawSikho. I am a student of National University of Study and Research in Ranchi, and I am currently interning with IPDAS. In this video, we will be dealing with the chapter Check Bounce. In this video, we will be dealing specifically with the topic the different types of checks and the important cases. We will be just dealing with the gist of all the types and the important cases. We will not be going into depth. Let's go into what are the different types of checks. Now the first type is bearer check. Bearer check refers to the check which can be drawn only by the person whose name has been mentioned on the check. Now for example, Katappa signs a check in the name of Bahubali, then only Bahubali would be able to withdraw that check. The second one is order check. Now there are some checks on which the name of the bearer has been removed, and in case the option or order has been used to ensure that it is payable only to the person mentioned therein as the payee or to any other person on whom the check has been endorsed. Now the third type of check is cross check. So in a cross check, two parallel lines across the sides are made on the top right hand corner of the check, making it a cross check. Now there are also uncross check. So the check which do not carry those parallel lines, they are not they are like uncrossed checks, and the bearer checks or the order checks could come under uncrossed checks or the open check. Now the next type is e-check. So e-checks are the documents which are in electronic form, and it acts as a substitute for the paper check, and these e-checks they carries one signature in digital form. Now there are antedated checks and post-dated checks. So in antedated checks, the date mentioned is a previous one, then the date on which the check is being issued. Whereas in the post-dated check, a future date is mentioned rather than the date on which the check is being issued. Now there is a stale check. So as per the Reserve Bank of India, that is the Apex Bank of India, its guidelines, according to the guidelines, a check is valid only up to 3 months from the date of its issue. So if that duration of 3 months collapses, then that check is of no use and it becomes a stale check. These stale checks are not accepted by the bank. So there are mutilated checks as well. So if a check comes in two or more parts, like suppose it is torn and divided into two or more pieces, then it is known to be a mutilated check. There is also a blank check which is often used in cases like when a person is giving a donation or as a gift or for charitable purposes, when only the signature of the drawer is made on the check and the rest of the requisites are not filled. There are banker checks which are signed by the bank itself, guaranteeing payment, and which cannot be dishonored as the payments are made in advance. Now there are cancelled check as well. So in the cancelled checks, you have like suppose there is a rectangular check, then the two parallel lines will be drawn from one corner to another, and in between that the word cancelled would be mentioned. These there is also the importance of cancelled check. That is, the cancelled checks are generally attached as a proof of having a bank account. So that was all about the different types of checks. Now let us go into the gist of the important cases under check bounce. The first case is Krishna Janardhan Bhatt versus Dattatreya G. Hedge. This case actually let down the requirements that had to be fulfilled while filing the case for the dishonoring of checks. Now, the second important case is K.A. Abbas versus Sabu Joseph. It has laid down that in case insufficient amount is available in the bank, then the check would get dishonored as per section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. And third and the last important case is Dashrath Roop Singh Rathod versus State of Maharashtra. It states that if a person wants to file a case under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881, which talks about check bounce or dishonoring of checks, then the complainant can file the case in those courts under whose jurisdiction such cases would lie. So that was all about the important cases and the different types of checks. Thank you for your patient hearing.